Great to be back out here in this venue, thinking about the future of where we'll be practicing and where our facility is going to be, and to see this being our north practice field and then one on the south is something that's really exciting, I think, not only for now for the guys that have this snapshot, but then for the future. I want to thank Kelly, Amante Hiller, and the lacrosse team, and both of our great soccer coaches for allowing us to come out here and do this during the spring. It's kind of become a second year, so I guess now technically we can call that a tradition. Here the first Saturday back after spring break. So, we really appreciate it, and it's a lot of work logistically to get out here for us, even though there's a field, but to get it lined. So Randy Stoneberg and our equipment staff did a great job doing that. I was really impressed once we finally kind of got going today on how the guys figured out how to get back going at practice. And to me, that's where we're at right now. We're 1 week back from being gone for 2 weeks, and we've got a lot of work to do. Our stress this spring has been about the process of creating the right mental and physical habits, and that's what we lost last year at times. And you guys that cover us all the time saw that. And we've got a lot of other little details that we're stressing. And as we continue to talk, I think you guys have all asked me a lot of those questions. But as I look at where we're at right now, we're behind. We're behind because we've got the injuries that we came into spring with, and we can't practice the way that we want to practice. So we're not able to go out and have 11-on-11 scrimmages like we typically like to do the couple times that we're allowed to do that on Saturdays. I don't know if we'll be able to do that at all next week. I think that'll be a very similar structure to today. We're getting a lot of work done. Instead of looking at it and from a diminishing return standpoint with our defensive line, we're trying to find a way to maximize it. And I know that's not great for our fans. I understand that, but this is where I became the player that I became, was in spring practice. And you do that by getting kind of put in the crucible, getting put into situations, and you saw we had some situations today: first down, second and long, third medium, red zone, tight zone. But more importantly, between my ears, figuring out how to press a gap, how to get my eyes right, how to make a mistake. And you know what? I missed 3 tackles, missed an interception. The guy scored, and no band started. So, that's where we're at right now. This is a critical week for our guys. That's what I just said to them at the end of practice. We're kind of out of the kind of mandated like helmet practices, so it'll be full pads on Tuesday. Very similar go to today, and then a shells practice on Thursday, and probably an identical practice to today with some maybe different situations next Saturday in Ryan Field. So a lot of work left to do, 1 week to do it, so there's got to be a terrific sense of urgency, and I'm glad we got this last week. But really proud, I think I mentioned to a couple of you guys that were here, really proud of the job our guys did academically in the winter quarter. We had 60 guys, right? I think it's 60 right now. It was 59, but I think 60 guys went above a 3.0 again. That is 3 years and 2/3 of a year of our football team being above a 3.0, and it's really a special deal. And I'm proud of the guys for doing that. I'm proud of the fact that we're the best academic school in the country, and I'm really proud of them. And the guys are the ones that own it, so we're proud of them for that. So, with that, how about I open up some questions?
Coach, what are you saying to the players about the decision of the NLRB this week?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is it's been tough to be silent and because as a coach, you're an educator. You're a teacher. And when I sat in our guys' living room, they sat in my living room. That's what their parents entrusted me to do. And I understand and respect the process. And that's why I didn't visit with you guys on Tuesday, because I hadn't had a chance to talk to my team. So we'll continue to educate them. That's what we're doing. We're educating them. And specifically, those are things that I'll share with our players. And that's what we'll talk about. That's what you do. What happens in a football family, you typically have stay in a football family. And I'm proud of our guys for standing up. I'm proud of you saw how I've been outspoken since day one about positive change for student athletes. It's well documented. Our guys know that. We've got great respect, and we'll work through it.
Fitz, why are you guys so adamantly anti-union? Why do you think it would be bad for you?
Well, I just believe it's in the young men's best interest. It's in their best interest, because right now we have all great protocols in place, and we haven't been forced to do that by any third party. And, I'm not going to belabor all the points. You heard the things that I've talked about. Other people have talked about it, and I believe in that. I believe that we're the best player development staff in the country. I know our young men believe in that. Now it's our time to educate them. We have to educate them to help them understand on the whole aspect of what this decision is. And That's what their parents entrusted us to do. That's what they entrusted us to do, and we'll continue to work with them to do that.
Coach,
When you
do
talk
it
to
all.
him Wednesday,
Can I interrupt you guys? Can one guy ask me a question at a time, please? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
when you talked to him on Wednesday, what was your message to him?
My message just was educate them. You know, I'm sticking to the facts and the things that I know over 8 years that I've accomplished, and our program has accomplished, and our athletic administration's accomplished, and this university's accomplished without any third party being involved. And our guys have open lines of communication to me. They've expressed that to me, and we just got to continue to do a great job educating them.
Coach, have you at all considered the recruiting benefits maybe of better medical coverage with the union stuff?
You know, the hard thing with also being silent is I'm not allowed to speculate. There's laws and rules, and I'm not allowed to speculate. It's my understanding from the education that I'm receiving, and I'm a football coach. I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. This isn't what I signed up to be. I signed up to help these guys develop to be the best they can be, not to be an employer. And I understand where we're at, and I respect all those things. But when you're a teacher and a coach, and you're a parent and a father figure, that's what you're going to do, and that's what I will always continue to do. And my guys and everybody that's ever been in this football program under my leadership understands that, and this coaching staff understands that, and we're very proud of that. And we'll work through it every day with our guys because we all love them and they love us, and that's how it goes.
The questions that you're getting, what type of questions are you getting from players, parents, or
Yeah,
even recruits?
I'm getting it. I'm obviously from an educational standpoint, I'm getting inundated with questions, and at this time, I'd prefer to keep that between the guys. And if they want it, they've got the freedom to talk. They've got the freedom of speech. That's the great thing about being an American, and I hope that they do. And we're encouraging them to. We're encouraging them to speak to their parents. We're encouraging them to understand and do the research and get the facts. Not listen to innuendo and speculation and all that stuff. Get the facts. And I'll stand upon what we've done over this 8-year period. I've been here for 14, plus 4 years as a student athlete. That's 18 years in this campus. And I believe in what I was taught as a student athlete here. I believe in what this great game has taught me. I believe in what I'm able to do then as an expert to teach young men how to become men. And I've got great pride in that, and I look forward to continue to educate our guys.
But your hope is that they vote no.
I believe it's in their best interest to vote no. And on the research that I've done, I'm going to stick to the facts, and I'm going to do everything in my power to educate our guys, and our university is going to do that, to give them all the resources that they need to get the facts. And that's not just going to be me, and we'll work through that together as we move forward, but that's what I believe that is in their best interest.
And you've made your position pretty well known to them.
If I've had 2 opportunities to visit with the players, I've stuck to the facts, yeah.
Coach, how tough a line is that to straddle? You said there's laws and rules about what you can do versus instructing the kids on what's going on.
I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, I'm an educator, and there's no laws against that.
Is this impacted what you've been able to do or how spring practice has developed?
Well, there's definitely conversation that has nothing to do with football going on right now, and that's what we have to do, and that's what we're going to do.
Can you tell us a little bit about the difficulty of dealing with the fact that Ken Coulter is obviously asking them to vote yes, and they look up to him, and they obviously look up to you, and you're asking them to vote no?
Well, I have to educate our players, and I'll stand upon the 8 years that I've had here as a head football coach, and my long tenure here as an assistant coach, and I know our guys trust me, and I believe that, and that's what they've expressed to me, and I think I've been pretty clear with my support. I've always been an advocate for change for student athletes if it's going to have a positive impact. I'm going to continue to educate our guys on that. From a simple example, that I'm on the American Football Coaches Association Board of Trustees. I've met with the NCAA numerous times since I've been on that, but nobody asked me the mechanism of, Coach, how can you help me? No current player, no former player. And I think you can do all the research and Google my name and however you got to use your search engines to find that I've always been an advocate for student athletes because I've been there. I've been a student athlete. And I'm at where I'm at today because of the experiences I've had. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm very proud of that.
Speaking of that, Coach Spurrier has put forward a plan to take some of the coach's salary and set up a fund for the players to help them deal with cost of living.
Sure.
Would you be open to a similar plan here and maybe even a different fund to help with long-term health care?
Right. All I can deal with in facts, and so I can't speculate, okay? So that's the law. And so Coach Spurrier and I are good friends, and I think I can say that's a good idea, okay? I will say this, and I'll show this to our guys. I haven't shown this to our guys, but I will. So I guess I'll speak out of turn because I've been trying to stick to our players. when we had dialogue a couple of years, I think it was 2012 at the Big Ten office, they asked us to come with some positive change for student athletes, and it was actually Dennis Springer on our staff recommending, why don't we put a trust fund together for guys, if they do well academically, to have them have money to transition out of college as they go through that phase before they get a job. We talked about that. We deliberate that. I know the guys are looking for a voice. I believe in my track record that I've always been an advocate, and I look forward to always continue to do that. And that's why I'm trying to educate our guys to understand that there's other mechanisms, and I believe in them and I trust them, and I know they trust me.
Pat, you can't make promises, but how can you talk about it getting better? A lot of these ideas have been in the works, and nothing has really come to fruition.
Well, I don't know the agenda, so I can't talk about all that. I can talk about the facts, and that's what I'm doing, Adam. And I can stand upon the things that I've talked about. I don't want to speculate for our guys. I can't do that, but I can say this to your point. A year ago, I was given a prime example of how change can happen. I was given a survey by our Coaches Association about recruiting rules. And I brought it to our leadership council. I polled the council. I went to the Big Ten meetings. We had the dialogue, and our players' voice was heard. I then go to the Board of Trustees meetings with the AFCA and meet with the NCAA. And I know, and anybody that was in any of those meetings can attest that it's a fact that I was an advocate for our guys. I just was never asked. And it's all this can be handled with communication. And I can't speculate, Adam. And I know the other side can speculate whatever they want. I can only deal in facts. I will deal in facts. And to me, it's about trust. This is not a national issue, is my understanding with the NLRB. This is that organization against Northwestern. And I have to educate our guys on that. And that's what we'll stick to, is the facts. And I look forward to unbelievable positive change. That's why you get into teaching. That's why you get into coaching. That's why the same thing you are as a parent. You're an educator of life. And,
does the NCAA need to change at this point? Is it time for it to change?
I think if you look up the articles, you can see. I think, over the summer I was a pretty big advocate for adding some things that you can read articles about. I think my stance on all those things has been pretty clear.
Coach, what's next? So you wrote to them on Wednesday, and then what's next?
I'll keep that between me and our players. Thanks for asking, though.
Coach, you obviously have a different idea of approach for students' rights than Ken Coulter did, but is there any sense of pride in the fact that he took a leadership role in something like that?
Did you see the tweet I sent out about our guys when it happened? I mean, if you just look at the facts and you look at the tweet that I said, I don't know what I said. Do you even know what I said? It was about support. I'm incredibly proud of the courageous nature in stepping up. I just do not believe this is the mechanism to do it. We do not need a third party in between our players and our coaching staff, our athletic department, and our university. And I'll stand upon our track record, because this potentially could be, but you know what, as an educator, you don't talk about potential, you talk about facts. And that's what I'm talking about, and that's what we'll continue to educate our guys on. And it's just not about me. We're going to try to get every resource for our guys as we have dialogue with them. Whatever they need, we'll get them. That's what we'll do. And I'm not going to promise them. I'm not going to threaten them. I'm going to educate them. And that's what I've done every single day, and that's what we'll continue to do. And they know that, and we'll continue to do that.